Hey, what up, everybody? Welcome to Cover Picks. And if you don't know, we got the ladies in the house. Nearing Nirvana came through today, and we are going to have a special draft focused around celebrating women in comics. And I figured who better to celebrate women in comics with us than the crew from Nearing Nirvana? Lucy, Laura, Jen, how y'all doing tonight, ladies?
Good.
We're good, good. Thank you. Thank you. Little tired, but we're good.
Awesome. And then I got my less attractive counterparts with me, Yeezy and Paul. Y'all all right tonight, fellas?
Doing well. Trying to still recover from my long birthday weekend of not being on podcasts, not doing comics, not doing
That's right.
cards.
Happy birthday, Yee.
Thank you.
love
Happy
you.
birthday.
It feels good to be 36.
You can be so
Dang
dry,
you.
but you can be so dry, but you live the wildest life out of everybody that I know in the comic book community. Laura, what you sipping on over there?
Yeah.
This is like Crystal Light mixed with vodka and lemon juice.
Hey, sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
Lucy, every day I wake up, I say, I wonder if Lucy had the baby yet. It seems like you've been carrying that baby since I first met you.
Well, kind.
Lucy.
She's going to the birth now.
There it goes.
It's messy now. The internet. It's so windy out here. I know since July, the end of July. So almost there. One more month. The end
Hurry
of
it up already, man.
The end of April.
Right.
It's done.
Yeah, I was looking at your registry this morning. Me and my wife trying to decide what to
Thank you.
what to do for you. Yeah, I told her about the good deal you gave me on that Black Panther 3, and she was like, "You better buy her something nice. Don't be cheap."
Oh, your wife is so nice.
She's my moral compass, like for real. Like she makes sure that that I do things the way they're supposed to be done for real, because sometimes as men we get absent minded to a lot of the small things that matter. So I do, even though my wife stays on my case, I do value her in that sense that she keeps me on the straight and narrow. And it's a lot of traits I didn't have before we got together.
Make me cry for her.
Yeah. I used to be the type of guy I would not tell anyone I love them, but my wife is heavy on that. So now I didn't give people hugs, so now I hug and I tell people that I love them, even though it makes my skin crawl. I do it now. So women, I'm a big advocate for women. More silently than anything else, because I'm not big on preaching my social and political beliefs, but I am the father of two women, two young ladies, soon to be women.
Okay.
And I just I feel like everybody deserves their own special time, their own special day. But I didn't realize how important it was until I had daughters, myself. And it made me start to realize that some of the discrepancies that you see in the workplace and just society in general on how women don't always get the respect, that they deserve. Like last night, I was watching a documentary about one of the first Black female cartoonists in America. And, I just thought about how hard it must have been for her to get noticed and recognized and hired by a professional publication, having so many barriers stacked against her. As a Black person, I'm aware of the racial issues that exist in America, but I would say the fight for women was women's rights was just as tough. And I don't want to be one of those guys that's only making content about the latest comic book speculation or anything of that nature, because I feel like it's way more to comic books than just that.
Yeah.
And if we can appreciate the history of it, you can appreciate the genre of comic books altogether a little bit more, and not just the profits that can be made off of it, or even just the story side of it or the entertainment side of it. But I'm long-winded as it is, so I don't want to get too deep in that. I just want to say it's an honor to have you ladies here tonight. Thank y'all for coming through to doing this. But
Thank you.
let's have
Thank
some
you.
fun. Let's have some great conversations about these books that we selected today. Um, and I definitely want to hear your all of you ladies input on why you selected some of the books that you did, because we got a very diverse list here, and I'm just, I'm gonna be honest. When I started seeing the books the ladies were sending through, I was like, oh, they about to kick our ass tonight, man.
Oh, we're planning on it. We are going to win. One of us is going to win this.
Yeah. So, it's gonna be real interesting.
Yeah, when I saw their picks, I was like, damn it! I actually have to think about what books I'm gonna put up here tonight.
It was hard to pick. It's hard to
really
pick.
hard.
Just
Oh, I mean, like
three.
generally, I have like the first two picks ready, or for our regular show, at least our first three. But when it gets down to the last two, I'm just like kind of like I don't know what to pick last.
Yeah. I was going. So obviously, this y'all ladies' first time doing this, and I think the crowd, the audience, they aware of this for the most part. So this not the type of show I don't overly produce, my shows. So we just do some of this stuff we just put together on the fly, and we just basically the object of the game is to have fun. So we gonna just get it rolling. Want to scroll through the chat right quick and thank everybody who joined us early. James Lewis, David Morley, Rob's Comics. What's up, Rob? Philly Born 21, David Morley again, Double O, Big Remo, some guy named Dark Evolution Comics, and my brother Eric S. Hurd. Thank you, everybody who jumped in early. All right, so the first part of this draft that we have to get to is seeing who is going to pick first. That's probably the most important part of this draft. So in order to do that, we spin this random wheel, and it's going to tell us, who the first pick is.
Come on,
So
Laura.
let's go. Let's go. Let's see who's going to get that pick. Give me 1 second, y'all.
Super competitive. Mother, right next. It was right by me. Damn it.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
I mean, congratulations.
Thanks,
Yay.
Laura.
Yeah.
I can see you are overwhelmed with how awesome.
Dark got the first pick.
So
That
happy
is BS.
I
That
appreciate
is
you.
BS. That's
Isn't it?
BS.
All right, last pick. Hey, don't forget, Laura, you can get one of the wild cards.
Wait, what spot was the wild card? 4 and 5?
3 and 4.
3 and 4. 3 and 4.
All right, come on. And I could get both wild cards, technically.
There's just one. Because you ain't get.
No, it's 2. It's 2, 3, and 4.
Damn it! I mean, that's good though. We got Jen. Jen, you get a wild card. That's good.
Let's see.
I want the last pick, said Big Remo. Okay. So I don't even care then, right? I want the last pick.
Ooh, I got a wild card. Yes.
Man.
Can I have your wild card?
No.
Look at her, cheater already.
See,
I have nice.
Cheater already.
I would never cheat at a game.
Yeah.
Says the girl that
Like, we
sits
don't
on
know
Monopoly cards. Like, oh, look at this pants card I just pulled. Or
That happened like once.
last pick. Last pick. I'm not mad at that. Now I'm just waiting for somebody to say it's rigged that I got the
It is
last
rigged. Now you got back to back.
back-to-back picks for me, baby. All right, let's see here. Let me get the draft started up. Oh, you know what?
do you want me to share my screen?
Before we get started, I have something that Aaron, that's a good idea. But I have something that I want to talk to y'all about. Somebody here is the owner of a small business
But Rose,
that does big
Is it
that does
for-
big
wait.
things.
I think it's frozen for me.
Oh, I was like, I thought we were in trouble. Like, what do we do?
No. Nobody gets in trouble here except me. I'm the only one that gets in trouble. We have a small business owner here that business does big things. This person their name might be Laura. They might have a husband named Anthony. They both might be awesome people.
Aw.
We've shouted this store out on the show plenty of times before. Not because I'm biased to them or partial or because Aaron knows them. It's nothing like that. I shout out plenty of retailers who make dope store exclusives. Now, I've always been a harsh critic of store exclusives. Everybody knows this. It's no secret. But when a store is doing this right, I'm gonna give them their props. I'm gonna show them they love. I'm gonna buy some stuff, and I'm gonna shout them out on my show. I was talking to Laura, and I asked her, "Yo, y'all got anything coming up as far as exclusives, anything like that?" And she was like, "Well, we just dropped the Greg Horn Amazing Spider-Man #1." I said, "What? How did I miss that? How did I miss that?"
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, how didn't you see this?
Come on, man. That's too beautiful to pass up. That's too beautiful to pass up.
Thank you.
Go get y'all orders in, man.
Yes.
I'm not going to beg you. You know, you should have to beg you.
Yeah. And it's so cool to see all the perspectives, right? That you get to see the from the camera angle, the full picture, and then like a zoom in.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. I think this is one of the few times you'll see like a 3-book set that's like 3 separate images, technically, like different viewpoints or whatever. We really had a lot of fun with this. This is the super villainous, the White Rabbit. We're curious to see if this character gets developed more, which I think it will be. I pictured Jennifer Lawrence, but
I could see that.
Yeah.
But you know, one thing I think about store exclusives is the ability for that retailer to curate, you know, a rotation of exclusives that's always going to be doing something different. That's always going to be doing something new. That's going to be trying new things, trying new artists. And there's a lot of stores out there doing exclusives now. But I gotta really no BS. It ain't got nothing to do with Laura, you know, coming on this show, because I've been saying this before I knew Laura, or before I even met Anthony. You guys always, I feel like y'all bring the upper echelon of quality to it, to where it's more high class art than necessarily comic book art, because the consistency is always there. And then I know the customer service is good and everything of that nature, so I don't mind sending people y'all way as much as I can. You know, so just big round of applause to Bird City for, you know, for dropping the heat on us. So yeah, man. Well, with all that being said, Laura, don't take anything past this point personal, because I'm about to kick y'all butts in this draft. I do Aaron and Paul every
He's turning
week.
on his game pace now. Is
Yes.
what he's
I think
really
he was
doing.
just buttering me up so I take it easy on him, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Let's do this. Thank you.
And just so the audience knows, I was asking the group, I was like, who's going to be more competitive? Is it going to be Ninth or is it going to be Laura? I was like, I don't know.
We shall see.
No,
But Laura can't cheat on this, so.
I know. I don't have any controls. I'm feeling really out of my element here. All right.
Hey, you know, you got a couple of books over there in that store. I want, you know, slide me some of them. We can move some.
Deal.
Dang, look at him.
Where there's a will, there's a way. All right. Yeezy, you are up first. Even though I'm still setting the
I'm not first.
No,
I was
you didn't get first? Oh no,
No,
Dark got first.
No, Dark.
Yeah, I was like third or fourth.
Then
I
it
was fourth.
was
No, I think I got
Lucy.
first, and I'm pretty sure I did.
Look at her.
I thought I said Laura, didn't it?
No, Dark, then me,
Lucy,
and then
Yee.
Jen is right
Oh, no.
after me, isn't she?
Yeah, it was Jen.
Yeah, I think it was
Jen,
Jen. That was
okay.
3. Yeah.
I spelled my
Yeah,
name
It was
wrong.
easy.
Y'all,
Oh yeah, you spelled
so
Laura's
hold
name
on,
wrong.
who's two?
No,
I
I
just-
spelled my name
I just
wrong.
spelled
Oh,
Ash.
you did?
I did when I typed it in. I was like clicking, and I'm like, I didn't think I
Hold
would.
on, so Lucy had the second pick. and then Jen, and then Aaron, and then me, and then Laura, then me.
Yep.
That's the rotation.
Yeah, I got like the worst spot.
Yeah, pretty
Kinda.
much. Because you're not first,
Yeah.
you're not last, so you don't get the back-to-back picks. But
And you
it's
don't
not,
get a wild card.
It's not about the pick, it's about what you do with the pick. You just gotta
Unless
make
you
your
give
pick.
me yours, Yi, which is allowed. Come on.
I mean, that's on him. If he want to give up his draft,
He's not gonna give me his card.
If you want to give up his wild card,
No way.
he don't ever use his wild card anyway. So
No,
I
he
mean,
doesn't.
I'm gonna let the audience pick for Laura's pick.
No, you're not.
Oh my God.
all right. So Dark,
Sabotage.
you got the first pick, brother. What you gonna do, man? What's
Lots
your
of pressure
selection?
on the first pick, right? But I got everything here in front of me to pick whatever I want. But I'm going with sorry, ladies, I'm not going to go with a women-driven artist this time or writer. But I am
Because
gonna
you
go
hate
with...
women. I'm just kidding.
Totally. Y'all suck. No. I have to go for my favorite series, and that's Something is Killing the Children. So I'm going to take that.
Okay.
Something is Killing the Children, number 5. That is my favorite cover in the entire series. Damn all the specialty covers that were done for this. This is the hottest cover.
Mhm.
Cameo appearance on it as well.
Yeah,
yeah.
Strong female lead. She kicks nothing but ass, and you know what? There's additional female leads here too in the book that are bringing her along for her story too. So it's not just one strong woman in here. It's several. And you know what? With this book, even if it's not hot for everybody, the cool thing about this book is Something is Killing the Children wasn't a big hit immediately. People took a little while to get onto the book, and some of the books started dropping around that 4 or 5, 6 range, so they didn't get as many copies ordered. So this is a little bit more rare in the early books too. So I really dig this cover, just on that face anyway. But
Yeah, I mean, I really don't think the series picked up until like what, issues 7 or 8.
10. No,
Yeah,
I want to say
9.
10.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Like 9, 10, yeah.
Well,
Because I remember when I picked up like the second print on, I think it was issue 9, like it was still easy to get all those issues.
yeah,
So I think it was like not till like 10, like it was a year in so into the whole storyline.
well, the greatest thing about that series too is it wasn't like every other drop, right? Where a studio takes the property and then hypes it up, and first issue has like 50 covers to choose from, a ton of incentives, blah blah blah, all that.
Yes.
It just grew organically, which you don't see very very often anymore. Which was quite the opposite for House of Slaughter, which was a spinoff, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
exact opposite.
all right, great first pick, Dark. Second pick is none other than Mama Comic Lucy. What do you have planned for the second pick?
I'm gonna go with the one that I picked, which is Die. And the covers also, it's by Stephanie Hans, and I think the story is also by is it let me see.
I think she did the
Is it,
interior
no,
art.
no, she did the art. Yeah, she did the interior and the covers. But Killian, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. He did the writing. But this is, and again, it came out almost at the same time of Something's Killing the Children. And this book right away, it went to it was like $20, and I still think it's still around $20. It's still like very a cheap book to kind of pick up. And again, I love the cover on this one. Almost on any of all the books on this series, it's all the
Hans
covers
is
are
incredible,
beautiful.
Lucy. That's such a good pick. She's so talented.
Yes.
I love her stuff too.
Yeah, and I love this cover. And again, it was sold out when it came out. They did, I think, till all the way to 5 prints of the first issue, I believe. I'm not 100% sure.
That sounds right.
But yeah, like in each cut, I think almost each cover were different. There were some of them, but I know there's one that is like kind of like a black and white, I believe. But I love this cover, and the story is really good. And they made a board game out of this story. I think it's out, and they said maybe, I don't know, a show or a movie. I heard, I don't know, but this I think is still like very undervalued book. Yeah. So
Yeah, I never seen this cover before. I'd be completely transparent, but man, it's a beautiful cover, and now I'm interested to check out this series. So great
really
pick
good.
on.
Yeah, the premise is really cool, right? That
Yeah, if you check, like honestly, like it has always kind of, it did go. I remember it went up to all the way to like around $60. I remember, and right now I think, I'm not sure, it's around $20, $20 something. So you can get this.
Yeah,
Right now.
because what's the premise? Like, it's a group of friends from like school or something like that that've
Oh
been playing
yeah,
this game for like forever, and then
since they were in, I
yeah,
think I want to say middle school, high school.
yeah, middle school or high school, and then they're meeting back up for their like reunion or something like that.
Well,
And then one of their friends had died like within the game, and so
it's
they're
very
going back into the
basically,
game.
yeah, it's basically Jumanji. It's like pretty much Jumanji, Dungeons and Dragons type of thing. Like they're playing the game, and then on the game they get sucked in, and everybody is able to come back out except one friend who they think, is dead. That they don't know what happened to the friend. And after like a 20 or 10 anniversary, they're all get together because something's happening to them, and their lives was not normal after the game, and they'll get all together, and it kind of gets sucked in back into the game. But their lives, they have kind of like, all of them have lived like shitty lives. It again, it's a really good story.
That seems like something dark would read.
Yeah,
right?
that sounds right up my alley. I'll definitely check this one out.
Yeah. See, like right now, on eBay they have the 1 through 5, but I don't think it's the first one on number 1. They have nobody has bet on it. It's $5, and it still has 7 days.
Yeah, when anyone comes into the shop, like buying dice or like trying to buy a game, I usually recommend Die for them to read, just to get them into comics.
Or anyone that says like, I'm into Stranger Things or Dungeons and Dragons, like I think that's a perfect kind of book to like get them into comics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jen Bartel did a issue 3. Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah, see that. you gotta buy your copies before you start telling.
Yeah.
Then Laura's gonna steal this one from me.
You're gonna buy it before you announce it.
I know. Too late. I'm just kidding.
All right. So up next we got my homie from the Shy, comic aficionado, better known as Jen, or is it Jen better known as comic aficionado? Man, funny story. When I first met you at C2E2 at the Whatnot booth, I'm not used to people being anywhere near as tall as me on the day-to-day basis. And she was sitting down in the chair when I first saw her. But the booth, the way they got the desk in front of, they kind of high, so you can't tell if a person is short, tall, anything. So naturally, I kind of reached down to hug people. And when Jen stood up, I was like, oh, we on the same level. We on the same level. I was so confused in that moment. But Jen, you my homie. But to hear the thing about it,
Jen, weren't you surprised too?
That he was so tall?
Yeah.
Because it's funny because you hear people, they're like, oh, I'm a shorty. And I'm like, I don't think he's short. But then it's always fun meeting tall people, because it's not, when you're tall, it's not common, right? Like I met Lucy and Laura, and I was like, okay.
I'm short. I'm real short.
was like, okay. But yeah, ninth, I was like, wow, he's really tall.
Yeah, I remember meeting Ninth in Dallas, and I was like, "Hey, what's up, Ninth?"
I was like, "Hey, buddy, what's going on down there?"
Wait,
Dang,
how tall are
imagine
you?
me then.
Huh?
I'm like 2 inches taller than Nico, or like an inch taller than Nico.
And then
If that
Dark, how
gives you
tall are you?
perspective.
I'm 5'11".
Okay, so
Yeah, he have decent height.
And I'm 5 foot, just 5.
So I'm taller than you at least. We're kind of like
Yeah, you guys are you all.
oh, Anthony. Anthony's also tall and makes amazing food.
Man, that's what I keep hearing. I'm gonna have to put that to the test one day.
It's true, man. It's true.
All right, Jen, you are on the board. Like I said, you my homie. But if this pick ain't correct, I'm gonna let you know.
Well, it's kind of I had a really hard time picking 3 because I mentioned other characters that like I've been looking at and keeping an eye out. But I'm gonna have to go with American number 8 only because it's that like little needle in my heart. Because the C2E2 before COVID hit, I had a chance to get this for $5. And I was like, $5. I'll wait till I get to $2.
Oh no!
Wasn't this a 1 in 25 also?
It was, and
For
I
$5, you
passed.
passed on that?
I passed. If I could go back in time, because I think there's like 2 or 3, I would have probably got all of them, but at least one.
Yeah.
So this is it hurts my heart. So I've wanted this. Like right now, I think it's going raw. Cover price had it around 60, but when I looked online, there's no raws. Some person got a 9.8 for 470, but when I was like looking, like 649 was like the cheapest. I was like, oh balls. But this is Jen Bartel, American number 8. Yeah, 125. Yep. And I think it's only gonna, huh?
If I'm not mistaken, this is the origin of America as well, right? That issue.
It's been a while since I've read the series because I have all the cover A's. I just don't have the ratios because I just thought I had time.
Is the A cover? Is that the Bruce Springsteen one?
That's number 7.
Okay, so 7's the origin then.
Yeah, number 8. Yeah, so it's man. So this is but it's tied with my second pick, which I guess we'll find out soon. But yeah, Jen Bartel. That was a great cover.
You guys' picks are great so far. I'm loving it.
Because no one's picked your books.
Great. No, keep it up. This is good.
Because everyone wants to get their first pick that they know they have to have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, y'all lucky I got the last pick because I would have been took somebody else's book just because I was going. I had so pretty much a lot of the artists that I wanted to pick covers for. A lot of you guys had already picked covers for them, so I was kind of like, oh man, so I had to kind of go back and re-rack my brain and try to find some other picks. So in the back of my mind, I was just like, okay, out of spite, if I get one of the first picks or the middle picks, I'm gonna just take somebody else's book every round, just to spike them for getting their picks in before me and choosing some of the artists that I wanted to put on the list. But so who's next? Oh, Aaron, go ahead, Aaron. Pick,
so I'm gonna be like everyone else and secure one of the books I for sure picked. So I'm gonna go with the Ji-Hun Lee Ghost Spider #1, the 1 in 100. That book to me was also something that eluded me for forever and ever, and I just would never pull the trigger on paying for it. Well, eventually
You pulled it, Jen.
Yeah, but eventually I kind of played it different though, right? I was buying other books I knew I would eventually trade or sell off, and then to get to this book, right? Well, Tony Blue Green Artifacts had a 9.8 and at Baltimore, and he was trying to sell it, couldn't sell it, so he sent it home with me and was like, "Okay, we'll work out a trade whenever you get back home because I know you have like some decent stuff saved up." I was like, "Okay," and so I traded 3 books to him for it. Eve #1, the 1 in 50, the Banana Wolverine JTC, and the one that I didn't want to trade, but I went ahead and did it, Killmonger #2, the 1 in 25 to call. So I traded all 3 of those 9.8s for a 9.8 of this. So I mean, this was always my like holy grail, like modern book that for some reason I didn't pre-order and got distracted by something else that week, and then when I saw it immediately explode, I was like, it's gone.
I'm still mad you traded that call, man.
A lot. I feel like a lot of people are, because like, you know, that does have a very low population, but this has been on my list forever to achieve, to get. And with that DeCall and Killmonger, there's no like, at a 9.8, there's no set price for it because no one sold a 9.8 since after that What If episode. And then no one knows what's going to happen with that character either, right? Like, is Killmonger going to take the mantle of Black Panther? I mean, there's always that rumor, but I don't really believe it. Or I mean, you know, they could just expand more on the What If stuff, but
I mean, multiverse,
and
multiverse makes anything, you know, possible now.
And yeah, shout out to Rob because I bought that DeCall straight up from Rob, and honestly, that was the most expensive book out of all 3 of those books that I paid for. So y'all would probably like, I don't want to say on air how much I paid for that Eve, but it was dirt cheap.
I was just gonna assume you won this comic book at some point.
You would think Aaron was Irish the way he wins raffles and giveaways and stuff.
So do you want to know what my secret is on that?
Spill it. What is it?
So when I was little, I found 2 4-leaf clovers, and I still have them to this day.
I've never been able to 4-leaf clover.
Yeah, so I have 2, and I still have them saved in like this little like acrylic jar thing.
Nice.
So I think that's where my luck comes from.
Man, talk about speculating. You speculating on your future luck. You know, something I did want to touch on that I want to ask the ladies about. In my opinion, it seems like if we just speculate on strictly cover art, it seems like the covers with women on the front are always the hottest covers right out the gate. Do y'all ladies kind of feel the same way? Like that when some of like the Souza Micah Catwoman, the Jim Bartell, Dr. Afra cover, like 9 keys that just boom take off right away. It seems like they always have a female.
I wonder
why a woman character on the front cover. Sorry, not female.
I honestly never paid attention until right now that you're mentioning it. I didn't realize, but it's true.
And I always thought every time I mention that to somebody, they pretty much had the same reaction. But I think it just shows how far we've came in comic books to now. It's just like, oh, another hot cover. It's not like, oh, a hot cover with a woman, you know, on the front. It's just the standard now that most of the best looking covers are, you know, probably going to have a woman on the front of it, and not a man for the most part now. My next question was, I feel like we are in a renaissance, a golden age, I should say, for women artists being the best artists. And I made a point yesterday because one of my other co-hosts on Cover Picks was saying how he met Donnie Cates, and Donnie Cates, you know, was kind of, you know, he was, you know, I'm gonna say cold, distant, just didn't, you know, seem like he wanted to be where he was at that certain point in time. And when I was at C2E2, I felt like the women creators that were there were a lot more warm and inviting than a lot of the male creators. Um, do y'all share like that same experience? Because I know y'all have a lot of different women creators on comic book women and near Nirvana. Do y'all feel like that energy is just kind of like it's like not a lot of you don't have to like you don't it's not like a what's the word I'm looking for? It's not like you forcing somebody to be there. Like, do you feel like the women creator are kind of like their energy is more, upbeat than the male creators, or is it?
Wow, that's a tough question, huh?
Yeah.
I think it's a personality thing, because there's definitely like guys like Garrett Gunn, where he comes into a room and even in person, you're just like, Garrett's just Garrett, right? He's like warm and charismatic. And other people, need time to come out of their shell. If you look at like Trish from her first show with us to later, like at first, because it's the first time in front of this, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, if this wasn't recording, it was just us just talking, I think it'd be a lot different. I will say that at C2E2, I have yet to go up to. I saw Stephanie Hans and I saw Jenny Friesen, and I couldn't go up to them because I was too nervous.
You see, okay, but one thing about Jen is too nice, so she's always gonna say something positive. She's way too nice, but and I don't have that much experience with cons, because when I got into the whole comic book thing, I went to only my local cons. I have not been to those bigger ones. And the ones that were local, they were mostly men, like Scotty Young, Humberto Ramos, Campbell, which was not a good experience. And and who else? Other, I think I can't remember what other artists. Scotty Young was really nice. He was awesome. And Humberto Ramos was like, oh my God, super, 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 super nice guy. Him and his wife. But Campbell, since he was like the bigger artist, I guess, he was a douche. I don't know how else to put it.
You got to meet Campbell, actually? Like, my meeting of him was, hi, CGC, here are my books. All right, see you later.
No, like I brought something to sign that it wasn't even for me, it was for somebody else. And they still had the price tag, and he's like, oh, this is how much it's going for? And I was just like, okay, like, I was just like, what a douche. But yeah, like, it wasn't, I guess, I feel like the more high-end artists they are, I mean, that's what I think, the more are gonna be like that. I don't know, but I feel like I haven't had experience with a woman creator yet. Only Trish, which we love her.
Well, we met Megan Hutchinson too. She was on
Megan,
our show.
she was awesome. Yeah, she was nice, but she was nice. Who else? I can't think of anybody else.
I mean, we spoke a little bit with Sozo Micah on our show. She came into the chat and she was really cool. We talked a little bit with, or at least I talked with Tula Lote, and she was fantastic, really friendly.
And you and Carla. And Carla Cohen.
Carla Cohen's one of my favorites. Her and I are homies now. Yeah.
She's nice. Yeah.
See what I'm saying? But I met Jenny Friesen at C2E2, and she was awesome. Jen, you definitely should have, went and talked to her.
Well, it's a nervousness. It's because even Britt is like, go talk to her, and there's no one. And then I used to go to like try to walk up. People will go up, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. I can't go over. Like, she's also really pretty in person, so
she's gorgeous. Yeah. She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, she is.
Yeah, I know I'm going to C2E2 this year, and I am definitely buying some Jenny Friesen OA. That's what I'm saving up for right now. But I'm not saying what I'm buying because I don't want Laura to buy it before I do.
I was just gonna say, will you put me some too while you're there, please? Mel, hi.
Yeah, I'll hit you up and be like, "What do you want?" This is what I'm buying.
I wish Friesen still did commissions. I understand like why she doesn't. I think if she was doing commissions, I would have to go up and talk to her because I definitely want to see her Sabine run.
Man, when I was at the con, I was going live and I was just walking around showing everybody everything, showing them stuff that was for sale. And like when I went to her table, everybody was like, "Oh, will she do a sketch? Will she do a sketch?" I'm like, "Man, Jenny not about to do no sketch for y'all fools, man."
And then I was just like in the chat, buy me the holiday book, please.
Yeah, that was a really good pickup for you to get that sketchbook. But honestly, like just from my observation at C2E2, which was I think once that was probably like the last big con that we've had, and especially in the midst of COVID. But it seemed like the female creators were getting a lot of love. And I know when I was going live, walking around, showing everybody, all the different creators were there. A lot of female creators were getting asked for more than the guy creators. And I really just got to the point where I'm going to cons and I'm interested in meeting creators and things of that nature. So in my mind, I'm like, well, are a lot of the guys in the comic book industry just hard asses and the women are more accepting? Like, I'm really trying to figure this out, but I think it's kind of like a cultural shift going on, because even like if you look how big Peach Momoko is now, and when I got back into collecting, everybody was kind of just starting to, get on that Peach wave and really buy everything that she came out with, week to week. And I just feel like now it just seemed like the women are kind of like taking a leading role, especially visually. Even though you got some good, some good female writers out there, some good women writers out there as well, but women are really starting to take that role, when it comes to like the art side. Like it's getting to the point, man, where the men, they're gonna have to step their game up, because the women
We're
are
forced to
definitely
be reckoned with, right, Paul?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, I'll just give my two cents on this too. I was at C2E2. Jenny Frison was super awesome. Jen, you got to introduce yourself next time you see her. She's the nicest, most down to earth person I've ever met. For somebody that's quote unquote famous, and she is. She was super nice. Tula Lotte was super nice. I would say the worst experience I've ever had, and I don't blame him, was with Jim Lee. Jim Lee is my idol. He's my favorite comic book artist, hands down. But meeting him, he was just kind of signing books, and then you were on your way. And to be fair to him, I was like the 800th asshole that day, and the people in front of me were asking really assholey things to him. So like I gotta see it from his perspective that you're doing so many of these signings a day and so forth, and then you're to a certain amount of people. And I think that Jim Lee is usually pretty down to earth, and he seemed down to earth. He just wasn't as receptive as you would think some people might be, especially some of the women I've met. But I've met like Scott Snyder and Capullo and Charles Soule, and they were all super nice too. So I think it's just the situation that you happen to find yourself in sometimes. I've never met Donny Cates, so I can't speak to him, but all the women creators I've met have been super awesome, super welcoming. So I think Ninth, you're on to something there, that I think that they're not looking past this opportunity to get into a hard industry for women to get into, and they're being receptive to everybody that's reacting to their art.
Oh, I met Jim Lee too, and he was really nice. It wasn't as crazy as probably other con. It was, again, a smaller con, and he complimented my outfit because I was wearing a Wonder Woman bombshell. So,
was it on a Friday?
This was at
it was
C2.
a Saturday. For me, it was
when
Saturday.
I met him, it was at C2E2 right before COVID closed down. It was February 29th. It was a Saturday. And
Saturday.
I don't know how many signings he had done already that day, but I think I was the third signing he was in for the day, and you can only imagine how many he had done for the day. So I'm not going to chalk it up to anything other than it was probably just a long ass day for him.
Yeah, I feel like if you want probably like the best person-to-person interactions, probably Friday or Thursday or the first day of the con while they're all fresh and like had full night's sleep, because you all know everyone's going out at nighttime and smoozing and drinking, and then they go back the next day. And you're right, like it sucks because it almost sounds like you got what's from Seinfeld with the soup Nazi.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like,
Exactly.
oh,
No bread for you. Yeah.
Dude, and you know what? I felt so bad for like even for Scotty Young, he hated it out here because they had these cons like right in the middle of summer, August, which is Laura, it's like the worst month
Yeah.
in the desert. And Scotty Young was like, my eyeballs are on fire. I don't think I have tears. Like, and with Jim Lee, we were in the hangars, like the airport hangars, and it was so hot. The AC was not really working very well, and he was still nice. But I'm like, I think, yeah, you're saying, it just depends, like, I guess, the situation.
Mhm, yeah.
But yeah.
All right, so that was a great sidebar conversation, but I just realized we're an hour in, so we're gonna
Sorry.
speed it up, y'all. We're gonna speed it up because everybody want to see. They
Is it
wanna
my
see the
turn
drama.
yet?
Yeah, it's been your turn. Yeah, because I
Just
had that
skip
Ghost Spider
Laura.
pick like an hour ago. So
So
Yeah,
is it my
I
turn?
didn't pick the
It's
Ghost
your
Spider for you. I didn't because it still say your pick. Okay,
Ninth, is it my turn?
it's about to be your turn. I just got to pick really quick. I'm gonna tell you this.
I thought, aren't you last?
No, I'm last. It is Laura's turn. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just tried to cheat you.
Dang,
I thought it was my turn, but I wasn't sure. And I wanted you guys to be like, oh, she's cheating.
No. So we do have that rule that like after whoever's turn it is, and it's your turn next. If they don't pick within 30 seconds, you can jump them.
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
we didn't go over the rules. I'm sorry, y'all.
Dang, cheater.
Can I pick now?
Yeah,
No.
it's your pick. It's your pick.
I'm taking Bitter Root number 3. It is not one of the ones that I originally bought the but
Wow.
this is a really low print run, first of all. Sozo Micah is on fire, secondly. So I think all of her earlier work is just going to start skyrocketing as well. Third, the noir style that she kind of puts on the page here is incredible. She really captures that classic 1940s crime scene, that Hollywood vibe. Awesome cover. It's difficult to find these in high grade. Like I said, really low print run. This was not one of my original picks, but when somebody else picked it, I was like, well, hot damn. I'm choosing that.
And then fourth, she wasn't advertised in previews as the artist or cover artist.
Yeah.
Jen, that was really low of you. I mean, Laura,
How do
that
you
was
like
really
that?
low. That was really low of you.
Isn't this a great pick? Wow.
That was my pick.
What a solid pick from Laura. Yeah.
Is this when she was Micah Souza? Not Souza Micah?
Micah
Yes.
Soto. Yeah, they
Yeah.
was messing her name. Yeah, messing her name up, I guess.
I think it says like on, if you like search this on eBay, it says Micah Soda. Coto.
Yeah.
Well, she flipped it around also like later in her career, right?
Yeah.
Like, so, yeah, she. So
It was
she started-
recent. Like,
yeah.
Within the past year, she changed it from her first name, last name to last name, first name combined.
Yeah, Sozo Micah. It's kind of, and like Mel, if you're still watching, we all know this is an incredible story. If you guys haven't read it, it's fantastic.
Oh,
It's been
Mel loves
optioned. So I feel like I just hit every single mark on my pick. I mean, not only is it great, but I made Ninth Wonder squirm, so I get bonus points.
It is bonus points.
I'm heated. I'm heated on the inside. I'm not gonna lie.
Had to do it.
To calm you down. We need wifey to calm you down.
Mel loves this book, man. Mel was already a big Bitter Root fan, and then when he found out Souza Micah did this cover, like, so it was me, Mel, Ultra, and some other people talking, Big Remo, and we pretty much figured out that Souza Micah's first published work, Black AF, I forgot what number it was. It's open order. It's an open order book, so you can go back right now and order that book if you want to, no
Really?
problem. So this is her first work that wasn't open order, and Mel found that out, and it was like he hit the lotto. He jumped over the moon.
Unless
immediately.
you can find that Australian, her true first. She mentioned it on the show. I've been trying to find it. It's so freaking hard. I don't know anyone in Australia.
Well, and for a while now, there's been no shipping from Australia to the U.S.
Solid
Wow.
pick. Solid pick. I'm happy
So I
with
can
it.
get it shipped to Mexico and then to Mexico to me.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, so
Okay.
now it's time for the one. It's time for the king of this here game we play.
Here comes the
And
fumble.
I'm generally not the type of cat that's gonna play tit for tat, but if we stealing folks pigs, if that's what we doing,
No, no, no,
I
no,
can
no.
do that.
No.
I can do that. I can do that all day long. I can do that all day long.
No, that was my next pick.
I can do that all day long.
See, that's why you always have to secure the one you want for sure first.
Yeah, see,
And then-
you gonna learn today. Anthony, come get your wife, man.
Wow. All right. Fine. It's fine.
We was just talking about Jenny Friesen. This is the first cover that really made me notice her. I had like a bona fide 9/8 of this, and I sold it to Joe, aka Red Hood Comics, and I immediately regretted it. Once I mailed it out to him, I was like, dang, man, I shouldn't have sold that. Never been able to find this book out in the wild again, but man, a beautiful work of art. I really wish Marvel would reuse this art and put it on the X-Men book, or just because that Ant-Man trade just throws me off every time. Yeah. Man, I really wish they would reuse this art. They've reused art before, but this is definitely one I wish that they would reuse. Or if a retailer could get the rights to use this on a store exclusive.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Hint,
Okay.
hint.
Okay.
Ooh,
I like what you're saying here. Yeah, and
Eliza
it's such a
version.
cool cover too. Like, this is from 2016. I think, 2016 is when it came out. But
Yeah.
if you guys aren't familiar with Friesen, a big reason why I picked her is because her background in art. She's highly influenced by Alphonse Mucha. So that's where you see all that coloring. Thanks, Anthony. I said Mucha, and he's like, Gesundheit. Anyway, all that orange coloring, that's very distinctive of his style as well. And she had so much inspiration in religious and vintage paintings. And so this pose here, it just kind of reminds me of those religious paintings that you can see, that the defeat. I don't know. This is a great pick. Fantastic.
Yes, you set the tone with this one, Laura. In the group chat that we have, Laura, she went first, and I was like, oh, so she not playing. She came to fight. Okay, I see what time it is. Yeah, so I thought you were gonna take this first, but in the back of my mind, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna steal that book from
I didn't realize that you would just come in and steal it from me like that. Like, what?
I told you I was the asshole in
You
pre-production.
haven't been watching the show.
I underestimated you. It won't happen again.
Now, this is why I love having back-to-back picks.
Damn it.
Wow.
Wait.
The back-to-back picks. He dick.
Yeah, so now he can, he got his
Pick
revenge.
another one of yours, Laura.
And then, And I'm so glad I have my Friesen.
That cat one.
This is a great one, dude. This
Riri.
one. Yeah.
Everybody know I love Riri. I love Miles. I believe in the future. I believe in our young black kings and queens. I'm also a Jeff DeCall fan. Aaron and Mr. Longshort and somebody else that loves DeCall really got me paying attention to this guy. And this is, man, this cover right here, I still don't have one, but it's definitely on my to-do list. I just love this cover, and I hate to do this to you, Aaron, but yeah, I'm definitely stealing this one. So
hey, I don't blame you. Like, honestly, hands down, I believe this is like, if not the best Riri cover, it's one of the top 3, in my opinion. And it's a 1 in 25 on top of that. Like, as soon as they announced Riri was going to be a thing in MCU, I bought a copy right away before people could spike up prices on eBay. And I'm glad I did, because I think I bought a 9/8 for like maybe $300, maybe $250, somewhere around there.
Yeah, that was a great purchase.
Riri's getting massive. There's no like limit there.
I don't know who Law A Arolo is, but
spelled my name wrong.
She's on the board. Let's see if she can extract a form of revenge with that number 8 pick.
Oh, it's my turn now again?
Yeah, because it's a snake draft, so it goes all the way, and then it goes that's why you picked twice, and now it goes back up to you.
Batgirl 23. I'm taking my pick back. This is the other one that I really, really wanted. Just classic, elegant profile of Batgirl here. And again, I think this has become like iconic Middleton.
I wanted to steal that one from you.
Nope, mine. Wait, can you? Does she have a wild card?
Yes. No.
No, I
Aaron
don't. No, I don't.
and Jen do.
Oh, I was gonna say your baby shower gift is being downgraded if you go out. You get like an open pack of diapers from me. Wrong size. Be adult diapers. Anyway, classic iconic Middleton. I'm a huge fan of Joshua Middleton. He did a whole run for Aquaman that I really liked as well. But just to kind of make it a double whammy, since this is a women's show, Hope Larson is the writer. And also a fan of hers. I think she did a really good job kind of bringing this story together in issue 23. Yeah, I liked it. I think she made Batgirl was smart. She was strong. She was humble. I liked it. I know people kind of gave the last issue because the last issue she's kind of stuck in her own mind, and people were like, "Oh, that's lame." I liked it. I thought it was good, strong writing. So
I was gonna drop it. I was reading it and I was super unhappy reading it, and then that Middleton cover came out, and I was like, and then after that, every comic I bought was cover because it caused the cover.
It
and
had
I was like,
a slow start.
Yeah,
it had a slow start, but
you
I think she wrapped it
the
up.
book before this one, it's actually, and I just sold it recently too. It's really nice too, and I'm surprised
22?
that one didn't get. I think it is 22. It's like a snow, like she's like in the snow. I need to look for it real quick. But I'm surprised that one didn't get as much love as this one because they're both really nice.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites. Anthony, oh, thanks, babe. He went out of his way and made sure that I got a 9.8, and I am never letting that go. I think it's a stunning rendition of Babs.
Have you seen the little they put out like the posters they're not like big poster, they're the like poster sized art books. It was in there.
Yeah, Anthony bought me a couple of them. I have some of the poster for Art Germ and Middleton. Anthony made sure I got them.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
When that cover came out, didn't it like get hot right off the gate? Like I kind of remember that book shooting up like $20 or $30, like released.
And it never came down. People were like waiting for the waves to come back down. It held.
That is issue 20, but the thing is, it has the tray, so I guess that's why the other one makes it better. But I think this one is beautiful. Cover.
It's evergreen, as Jen Bartel would say. It's a standalone cover that doesn't have to follow the storyline. It's just a very good representation of the character itself. And so, yeah. Middleton's mine.
All right.
So Yeezy, it's back on you, brother. I know I stole your pick. Don't cry.
I'm not going to cry. It's all right. Let's see. Where am I going to go? I am going to go with... I'm just going to go back to one of my picks. Or I guess my last pick. So I'm going to go X-Men 50. So the reason why I put this awesome Steranko cover, this is the second appearance of Polaris, first cover. And why I thought this was an important cover also is this is the title that the X-Men trade changed. So I thought it was really cool that, for Polaris's first appearance was the last time that they had the classic X-Men title. And then with issue 50, her first cover appearance, and the title stayed like that until forever. But yeah, one of my favorite characters, daughter of Magneto, and X-Men back then used to be like one of those really progressive titles that was very reflective of what was going on politically at the time.
Yeah, and I think that title the title stayed the same until like the early 2000s, if I'm not mistaken. It's a pretty long time, Well, I mean, you could bring that back today, and they will probably sell, even more X-Men comic books than they already do, which is, amazing. But I think this is a great pick. You kind of good job. Good job for once. Good job.
For one.
For once. I mean, like, I'm looking at this list. I think I own, like, I don't know how many of these books. Let's see. Let me count them. 1, 2.
And why
I own at least 10 of these books.
Damn.
And so, Jen, you're up next. I think Jen is one of the smartest people in comics, low key.
Oh, thank you.
But let's see if you can hold up to that reputation with the 10th pick.
Well, I'm gonna choose Fight Comics number 47. Elle Renee who's credited is actually a female artist from the Golden Age. She said that people would write her Mr. Renee, and her name is Lily. And yeah, this is from 1946. She was a survivor of the Holocaust. This character is like a starlet by day, like Rita, and aka Senorita Rio. But it's a Golden Age comic. It's tough. There's one right now that I've been like staring at on eBay, but it's such bad condition. It's like
just do it, Jen. Get it.
It's a
under
Golden Age book.
But it's under a 1.0 for 45. But like a decent raw goes for usually around 200. A 7.0 sold for 720.
Just pull the
that's
trigger.
not bad. Just do it. Just do it, and then later you can.
But when you see it, like if it was just a little bit better, I think I would. Because yeah, you're right. It's from 1946, so it's like, well, how good do you want it? This is from Fiction House. The more I learned about, like, I'm ever since that Moon Girl episode we did, where it's not the Moon Girl that everyone knows from Marvel, it's the original Golden Age one. I've been like deep diving into Golden Age comics and heroines and female artists, and she just Lily Renee. I think she's still alive. She's like 100 and something years old, isn't she? Wait.
If you don't buy that 1.0 off of eBay, I'm gonna buy it because this is just not a comic book. This is a piece of history.
You see, Jen?
Literally.
Yep.
Do it.
Investment.
Do it, Jen.
And plus, you talked about it on podcast. Now other people are gonna look it up now too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so she just sounds so cool. Like because she had her birthday last year, and there's like a couple of articles about her. It'd be really cool to be able to talk to her. I don't think she does like a ton of cons though. I just want to like talk to her for a little bit and just like pick her brain, because like I don't know, because it just, her story's so cool. She's so cool. So I just Golden Age heroine, writer, artist, and yeah. So you guys are saying I should just do it for 45?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, $45. You won't even notice that in a couple of days. You'll be like, wait, what? Like just like ordering pizza for the night.
Yeah, like I said, if she don't do it, I'm gonna do it.
Me too. I'm gonna go to eBay right now. Actually,
yeah. What's $40? What's $40 for a piece of history?
You can't do that.
eBay. Let's see here.
You got look.
My phone died.
Yeah, but see, you know what? Some of these nuts that watch this show, because I get like the siphon down from the filter of drunken chat. Some of them fools that watch this show probably already on their Fight 47.
Yeah.
In the cart, gone.
But this is like, it's just cool history. I don't know if anyone's ever. I would think that Senorita Rio is probably public domain by now, right?
Jen, I don't even see it on here.
It should be.
Yeah.
It should be 47. Yeah.
Laura, my phone died. I tried to log on and then it popped me back off.
I don't know.
So with the
still
11th
see it.
pick,
Control T, make a new tab. There you go.
It's true. But it's Brittany's computer. It's all my payment stuff.
Lucy over there either cussing out her husband or cussing out Romy.
What happened?
I said, what you over there doing? It looked like you was cussing somebody out.
You can tell.
Well, see, that's the funny thing. Ninth is the only one that could see all of us and what we're doing.
Oh yeah, because I got the screen. I got the screen down.
Yeah, you got the
Let me
screen
turn-
No,
full
yeah,
size.
let me
Romy,
pull
he
it back.
got a Q-tip and he's like trying to clean his ear. I'm like, you could hurt yourself.
No,
And when's your
I know-
birthday?
August 12th before yours.
Oh, that's right. You're 2 days before mine.
I know how my wife looked when she cussing me or one of the kids out. So it just
You saw the look. That's hilarious.
when you always cutting up like me, you know that look. You know that look when you cutting up. I cut up probably more than the kids do. So I know that look.
Wait, who doesn't celebrate Christmas in July, Laura?
Jen, I just bought it for you. Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah.
I'll send it to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Because
You're
my
welcome.
phone is dead, so I
See,
appreciate it.
that's a real friend.
I got it. It'll
I
be here
would
by
have bought
birthday.
that.
Nice.
Love you.
I would have bought it. It would have been a CBCS next week.
There you go. Send it to Red Hood. Maybe he can help you clean it up a little bit. And
Because you see like that red stuff like in the middle?
He could probably handle it on the leg.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like,
It's yours, honey. We'll have it in a couple days. All right.
I appreciate
You know
it.
Joe gonna do. He gonna do what he do with it. Lucy, it's your pick though. It's your world, Mama. What you gonna do?
okay, well, I'm gonna stick to my pick. And I'm gonna do the Wonder Woman, the Legend of Wonder Woman. And
You guys, you're all sticking to your picks,
I
damn it.
picked that one because the cover it's by Trina Robbins, and she's awesome. She is one of the first women to draw a cover for Wonder Woman, and she advocates for a woman comic book artist, and she has done a lot for women in comics. Oh, Laura.
Sorry, Anthony's walked in. He goes, I bought that comic for Jen. I'm like, I bought it. And he's like, no, I bought it. I'm like, I bought it. We both bought it at the same time. I bought it first, you shithead.
Who's credit file? I bought it.
But how is that
You
possible?
bought it with my credit card, so
Wait.
I bought it.
So we bought it at the same time?
That is hilarious.
Give my boy Anthony his credit.
Aw.
That's really sweet of you. That is weird that we both. We're so nice.
We're
You guys are
so
so
thoughtful.
Tell him thank you. Tell him thank you. And thank you too.
She says thank you.
Aw.
No, y'all. You know what? That's why I rock with Bird City, because I remember I wanted that coin homage, and I was afraid to ask you or Ann, like, is there any way I can get one of these?
Yeah.
And Aaron was like, hey man, yeah, be looking out for something in the mail. And I got my copies, and I was like, yes. Actually,
Aw.
I think I'd send one of them off to Grady. It might be back tomorrow with some of the books I got to pick up. So I'm pretty
Ooh, let me
happy
have a
about it.
drink.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Nine,
Pretty happy about it.
yeah, Ninth was hitting me up, and I was like, just message
He's like,
Laura.
yeah, just message
And
him.
like, I was like, you've been on enough panels with him now at this point. Like,
Yeah, we're friendly enough to give each other wild cards. Yee.
Aw.
Mm.
still Jen's because she's not going to use it.
Yeah, you can have mine.
There you go.
Really?
Dang.
Boom.
Yeah.
Night, that's how it works.
Because
I get the wild card.
Yeah, I'm going to use it this round. I mean, I'm not going to say what I'm picking, but I'm going to use it this round.
Okay, can you guys shut up now so I can finish?
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Lucy.
We hijack Luke. Go ahead, Lucy. I'm gonna mute myself. The floor is
too.
yours.
Kidding. No, I just like I really like, and it's also like it's a short story. It's only 4 issues, and she also helped design the outfit for Vampirella, which we talked about not so long ago. So I picked it more because Robbins, Trina Robbins, this book, and I'm so glad that I owned it. That miniseries. And it came out in 1986, 1 year before I was born. So
Bless you.
I don't know. It's Wonder Woman, and it's also covered by a female artist, one of the first ones to do Wonder Woman. So I like this.
Yeah, I like the history. Of these last two picks, the Fight 47 and this Wonder Woman book. Great job by both of you ladies for bringing back some oldies with goldies. And the book before that too, Aaron's X-Men 50. That was because back then you didn't see many women on comic book covers. Solo. Like that. So that was a great pick as well. But it's
Incredibly
awesome.
tough to get in high grade as well. I'll say
Yeah.
that.
Mine is actually in pretty good condition.
Nice.
Yeah, but the whole like mini series, and I like that just she's very vocal about things too. Trina, she doesn't stay quiet.
Oh, so I have to ask the panelists. Not trying not to derail too much, but does anyone else collect like comics from their birth month and year?
Yeah.
I try.
That's one of my goals. I looked and it's some tough stuff on my birthday,
Yeah.
March 21st, 1984. Some tough books that month.
Yeah, so I was born in
Oh, your
March of
birthday's
80.
coming up.
Yeah, I was born in March of 86, right? So I got lucky because The Dark Knight Returns, the the newsstand date or whatever is March of 86.
I actually bought my brother his birth, like he loves the Flash, so I got him the one from his birth month year, and
That's cool.
it was his favorite. Wally West is taking over the Flash series, so he just
wow.
he was just like, how could you? And I'm like, well, I just thought it would be a really good gift. So it's if you know someone likes a certain hero, that's a perfect gift to try to give to them if they don't already have it.
Yeah, so I have three birthday related gifts that I got. One of them is January of 1980 Batman, because I'm a Batman fan, that my girlfriend got me. I have a 9.8 of that. I have a 9.8 of the first Batman that I was alive for, because that actually came out before I was technically alive. So I have February of 1980 as well in a 9.8. And then for my 40th birthday a couple years ago, she got me Batman number 40. So pretty cool. And
That
that's
is
Golden
awesome.
Age Batman.
It's very
That's
cool.
awesome.
Is it my turn?
It's Dark. It's Dark's
Damn it.
pick.
Oh, it's
Alright.
my turn. Hooray.
And then it's Dark. Let me see. Dark twice. It's gonna be a while before it get back to me or you, Laura.
Damn. All right.
Taking
But I have a
after
wild
me.
card, so it's fine.
Yeah, so you can ruin somebody's day at any minute.
All right. Well, I'm going to take one of my books that I brought onto the show because I love it. I think it's probably one of the best covers on this list, let alone in its series. So I'm going to go with Department of Truth number 5 by Tula Late.
Damn good pick.
This
Ugh.
is hands down one of the most beautiful covers that is in this series. It's so bright. The art that you're seeing here doesn't even do it justice. In hand, which I got right behind me, in hand, it's just a stunning cover. It really is. Tula is such a down-to-earth person. Her art is amazing. Go check out some of her other covers that she's done. Her art stands out. Much like Jenny Frison, you see it and you're like, that's got to be Tula. And
Yeah.
it's just incredible art. She's fantastic all the way around.
I agree, 100%. She's very distinctive. Like you can recognize her covers just at a glance. She did our Sweet Paprika for us, Sweet Paprika number 1 for us. And I remember when she was sending me the sketches, even the sketches were fucking phenomenal. Oh, sorry, were phenomenal. I was like, this woman is so talented. And she was so, like you were saying, very personable, very friendly. And it's almost like she's not aware of how brilliant she is. This cover, 100% agree with you. It's stunning. The coloring was on point. She did such a good job. And even just the concept of the woman in red being the master puppeteer, how perfectly does that fit this series?
It's
Oh,
absolutely
I have
spot
this
on.
cover.
Mm-hmm.
I have this cover. I just remember.
Do
I
you?
was able to buy it. Yeah, I bought it for cover price.
Nice.
You got a good deal then.
I know.
What's it going for now?
I think this is actually super underrated.
I
It
don't think
is.
so
Really
for
take a
me.
look. I think you can
Yeah.
still get them
I-
semi cheap for this one actually, but
I,
it's
yeah, I
beautiful.
think most Department of Truth books right now are on the dip,
Mhm.
right? So
Yeah.
if you weren't into the series and you want to get into it, this is the time to buy those books, right?
Trey
Absolutely.
said $20. He's on eBay right now.
Oh,
You can get a 9.8 for it, 75, 90,
yeah.
$100 somewhere around there.
But
Yeah.
check your back issue bins, like if you're ever at a comic book shop, because yeah.
This one may not be ever one of the ones that's going to be something people are chasing actively, like, oh, it's the first appearance of such and such, or it's, a really important key in Batgirl's history or something. But I'm telling you, this cover in person is absolutely stunning. To have it in hand is completely different than to see it on the screen.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. Who's next? It
Me again.
is Dark. You had back-to-back picks. What you gonna do with your next pick?
Oh, do I ruin Ninth's Day or do I go with one of my picks?
Do it.
Ruin Ninth
Ruin
Day.
it.
Ruin.
Really?
Ruin it. Ruin it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll ruin. The crowd has asked me to ruin your day, so I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Eve #1.
Oh, you
It's
really? Okay, wait till Wednesday. Wait till Wednesday.
Wait
That's all
till
I'm saying.
Wednesday.
Wait till Wednesday.
No, seriously though, this is a fantastic series, and I am super glad that Ninth turned me on to this after. I think it was the second or third issue. You were really playing this up, and I'm like, yeah, okay, you really like it, but it's not going to be as good as you're selling. You're way overselling it, and you weren't. You were underselling it, if anything. It's a really good series. The art is fantastic, and Chick is badass. The bear is badass somehow. The whole thing is great. It's a great story. If you guys haven't read it, it's a fantastic series. I can't say enough good about it. It's great.
Yeah, man, I love that series, and I'm praying that it gets optioned because it's such a good story. I actually wanted them to make it an ongoing series, but Ross
Yeah.
Ritchie was saying that the writer for it, Victor Laval, is like he's like a professor at a university in New York, and he writes novels. He basically just has, I guess, too much going on to make it like a full-time thing, or they haven't said the right number yet to to get them to make it a full-time series. But I'm hoping that it gets optioned because I absolutely love that story, and there are a lot of good variants, a lot of good story exclusives too, for Eve #1. So I absolutely adore that series. I let my wife read it, and she was a big fan of it as well. So I figured I had to throw it on the list just because people, like, don't get me wrong, something is killing the children is great, but if we just want to go off like I understand it's not a fair comparison because something is killing the children is an ongoing and Eve was a miniseries. But if we're just going off that first, 5 to 6 books, Eve is a much better story, but it doesn't get like a percentage of the love that something is killing the children gets. So, it's one of those things, like, I feel like if it gets option news on it, then that series is gonna like heat all the way up. Like, I feel like those books are just gonna be ridiculous on the secondary market because it's like that story was made to appeal to a modern audience, from this day's movie watchers and comic readers and everything of that nature. So I don't know, man. You never know nowadays because it's so tough to figure out what's going to do good and what's actually going to be made when it gets optioned. But I think Eve has a lot of potential.
You know what?
Lucy.
Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. No, sorry.
What I
Go ahead.
really
Go ahead. Go
like,
ahead. No,
I
you got.
really like when they do miniseries because I feel like when it comes to like value and everything, it could hold more value when it's a miniseries and it's not something that it's very, it was a hot thing and it goes up to like how many issues? 5, right? Um, or is this
4 or
6?
5.
4, 5, like so. Then once it gets that height, uh, there's no 80 variants or all that stuff. It's just I like it when it feels more not personal. I don't know how to put it, but it just it feels better when you own the series. That's for me when it's something small. I like that.
Would you want it to be an animated short series, or would you want to do what they did with like that Ted movie with Mark Wahlberg and that bear?
I think that's the comparison it would end up getting if they did that in a life version. Is they just be like, oh, it's just Seth MacFarlane doing Peter voice with a bear again, and I think that's honestly that's the comparison it would get, and it doesn't deserve that.
All true, Winnie the Pooh. That was another one that
they did like that. So
yeah,
I mean, there's few movies like that. So
I think I think that teddy bear. I feel like when you have characters like that, like Grogu in the Mandalorian, Groot, in Guardians of the Galaxy, when you have those characters, when you have those characters that aren't human, that nothing matters, not they race, religion, creed, anything, it doesn't matter. I feel like those always help a property transcend just normal fandom and cross over to mainstream pop culture. So that's why I have a lot of faith in that property, is just off that damn teddy bear. And outside of that, it's a lot of money to be made, off that damn teddy bear. They can do so much merch with that, t-shirts, backpacks, toys. The possibilities are just endless. And then you got a young black girl as the lead. That's gonna be pretty hard for Hollywood to say, no, we don't want to do that. I'm pretty sure it's probably already in the works. We just won't know until it's good and solidified. But
Yeah.
Nice steal, Aaron. You did a great job of stealing that.
Yeah. If it's animated,
Yeah.
I don't think it will get the love as much love if it was like.
Oh, it'll have to be live action for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
Melody Hurd, if it's a couple of years from now, would knock that role like out of the park. She was from. Do you ever see Them? And then Fatherhood.
Yeah.
I saw Them.
Wasn't she good in that?
Such a creepy ass series, man. I had nightmares over that. It was
It's
rough.
good though. It's so good.
It was good, yeah. But I'm a wimp, so.
All right, Lucy, it's your turn again. What do you have planned?
I still stick to mine. I'm nice. I really like my picks, and I mean, Lady Killer, Julie Jones. She did the art, cover, story. I mean, she did everything, and I really like this series, and it's also it's got an option, right? But this is volume for number 1. This is for volume number 2. That's kind of when I got into this, and I read it, and I was like, I feel like I'm missing something. And then I found out that there was volume 1. And I love this cover. It's so freaking wicked. Like, she's chilling, like, laughing, and it's like Deadpool on the back. I love this series. I love this book, and I really like almost every cover for this one. And I
the
like
Catwoman cover too, right? That we covered, and it was so nice.
Yeah, yes, and
Really-
I just like this one that she does all those 3 things. Cover, writer, and art. It's so talented.
It's Jolie, not Joelle.
I don't know. I'm gonna call her Julie Jones. I've been calling her.
I don't know
that for-
either.
When we
I
meet
said
her in
it.
person, we'll ask. We'll be like, "How do you say your name?" I'm really sorry.
Well, it has the 2 little dots above the E. Does that make it a?
I thought it was
fancy.
Joelle.
I thought it was Joelle too. I thought it was Joelle Jones, but I don't know.
I've been calling her Julie Jones.
You met her at C2E2, didn't you, Knife? Because didn't you forget your Jenny Frizen print there?
Yeah, I did. I forgot my Jenny Frizen print on her table,
what did
but
she
she wasn't.
say?
She wasn't there. Somebody else was there, like sitting at her table, for her. And so every time I went by there, she was never at the table. It was just like weird timing on my part. So the girl that was at her table was like, "All right, just leave your books for me, and when she comes back, I have a sign and you can come pick them back up."
And
So
was
I
she
never
saying
actually.
Joelle or Jolie?
Well, I was saying Joelle, and she never corrected me. So
Mhm.
and I don't remember like her saying like whether she said Joelle or or something else. She was like, "Oh," but she did say her name, but I just can't remember it now. It's just exactly what she said. But I want to she said, "Oh yeah, Joelle is eating lunch" or something like that one time when I went by. So I'm not 100% sure, but bare minimum, I can tell you. I know how I said her name, and the woman didn't correct me, and I'm pretty sure she said her name the same way I did. But I
Well, you're
mean, it's
so
like
tall and intimidating. I'd be like, yeah, my name's Wola. That's how you say it. That's the correct
yeah,
pronunciation. Whatever you say, I'm named. Yes.
Yeah.
See, I couldn't intimidate you out of taking my book though. Whose pick is it? Oh, it's Jen's pick. Okay, Jen. Still somebody's book, Jen. Like R. Germ, Catwoman.
Can't do it. I can't do it. I'm gonna go with it comes out Wednesday, the Captain Carter, Sarah Pacelli Women's History Month cover price as of right now. I think probably going forward for a little bit. I just love this cover, and then like the history behind it is like 1919, 1920-ish is when women got their right to vote. Title IX came in 1972. I kind of hope they do a cover about that because I was born in 83, and even as a kid trying to play sports, I came across Title IX of I wanted to play basketball, I wanted to play soccer, and there was enough girls, so I they had to put me in with the guys, and that was fine. Like when you're like in third, fourth grade, right? But it's these big pivotal moments that really do impact us, right? Like so before this, women couldn't vote, so the Captain Carter and this big piece in history, I'm like, look, for $4 or $5, like this cover is super attainable. I love Captain Carter. That whole I don't know if you guys watched the TV series. I was a little sad when it ended. I'm hoping beyond hope that we see her suit up because she is still freaking stunning and able to put on a superhero costume and get in there. Like, just hope.
Yeah, Haley Atwell is a boss. One of my favorite MCU characters is Peggy Carter. I know Mr. Longshort is a big fan of that series as well. Agent Carter was a dope show. In my opinion, that's still the best MCU TV show. It was better than any of the D Plus shows by far. It's really a good watch. If y'all out there, if y'all haven't watched it, and now Black Widow, people say, "Oh, Black Widow was the first." Female-led MCU movie. But okay, that's cool. But really, Agent Carter, and this came out early in the MCU too. This came out early in the MCU. She did 2 whole seasons of a TV show. And those episodes are almost an hour long, 40-some minutes, hour with the commercial.
In Endgame, you see Jarvis from that TV series play Jarvis in Endgame. I was super ecstatic. Like, I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. Like, I was just, yeah.
I love that show. I started rewatching it a few months ago. I need to.
Is it on Disney Plus to watch, or where is it?
It's on Disney Plus.
Okay, I need to watch it.
Yeah, she's in person. I don't get starstruck. Like, I've worked at tons of conventions. Like, that's my thing of like everyone's a person, everyone poops. Like, I don't.
Except unless you're Stephanie Hans or Jenny Frison. Then.
Yeah, unless you're those two or Anderson Silva, I couldn't go up to either. I had a hard time giving him my training manual. But Hallie Atwell, I got to like see super close because she opened a door and she was right there and she asked me a question and I could not speak. Like, oh my God. Like, I was mute and the person I was working with had to speak up for me and then talk, and then she left and like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, That was bad. I couldn't talk.
You're so cute.
I couldn't. And then later when she came back in, because it was like for photo thing and signing, I couldn't. Like she did this, and I was like in person. If you ever get a chance to meet her, like I completely understand why Steve Rogers waited to dance with her. Like, right? Like, holy moly. Yep.
You said this was Sarah Pichelli?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
This is her
It's Pichelli.
It's not Pacelli.
No. Remember we covered her
talked about
one
this.
and she corrected somebody on an interview. It's pronounced like a K.
Kelly.
This is her cover. I was gonna ask who did the cover for this.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and
You gotta have more of the Italian accent when you say it, right? Kelly.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Kelly.
Yeah, great pick right here. Just like I said, this hasn't even came out yet. It'll be out this week though. Beautiful cover. I know I ordered a few, quite a few of these. I really like this cover, but I collect everything Agent Carter / Peggy Carter. So it was only right that I ordered these. I love. Actually, I pre-ordered all of the Women's Day, all the Women's History Month variants that they released so far.
Good for you.
I feel like you gotta support, stuff like this, the Black History Month stuff. I feel like you gotta support stuff like this, or companies won't be willing to do it, again in the future if nobody supports it, and you only look at the value that you can get out of something by flipping it on the secondary market. That's kind of. I feel you're gonna be in a hobby, being it, all the way. Try to support, different causes and push for diversity.
I love that, Ninth. This is like one of the first shows we've been on that's like just refreshingly not just about spec.
You see, this is why he's my favorite.
Yeah,
and
these
make great gifts. Like whenever, if ever you're like, oh, I can't like make money off of it. Like these are the things that you can give to other people to get them into the hobby.
For their birthday presents.
But the weird thing about it is, this is like one of those variants that some shops won't order heavy on just because they just won't, and we'll turn around in 5, 10 years and it'll go from being a $5 book to like that Jim Bartell America cover that Jen passed on to being, an $80, $100 book raw because nobody, ordered it at the time because, it's just a Women's History Month book, and pass on it. But it's a dope cover, man. It's a good artist, or not a good artist, a great artist behind it. It has a great message. And when I'm gonna say when, because I do believe we're gonna see Haley Atwell in the MCU as Captain Carter. When we see that, I feel like the demand and rush on her books is gonna be crazy because she's gonna knock it out the park. Like, if you go watch Agent Carter, you go watch her role in the Captain America movies and the flashbacks and everything, like she kills it, every time. And correct me if I'm wrong, she also did the voice for Agent Carter in the What If series as well.
Mm-hmm.
And she killed that too. So, I tell Mel all the time, once we start speculating on something, I'm like, you know what, this speculation make my head hurt. I'm gonna just buy the comics that I like because sometimes you just got to do that. You can't always think about what you gonna, what dollar you can make off something. Sometimes you got to be like, I like this.
I think it'd be cool to get Sarah, Hallie, and like one other person. I'm trying to think, to sign this comic. So like it would be the red, white, and blue paint pen with like really like. I don't know who the third person would be.
Ninth Wonder.
Not me. Not me. I'm pretty sure it might be a woman writer on this book, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see.
Or Kevin Feige, because that would be ridiculous.
Ooh,
man! If you could get Carter, Feige to sign a book.
What about what's her name? Louise Simons? I don't know if she's related to this book at all, but like I feel like that she opened a lot of doors for women into Marvel, right?
The interior artist is a woman on this book.
Oh, that would work as well.
Yeah, so that will, you could do a three. You could do, 3 SIGs that way. Get Haley Atwell, um, Sarah Kelly, and the interior artist is Marika Cresta. Hope I'm saying that right. All right. Let's go ahead and finish this draft up. If I can get back on the screen. Um, let's see. So next up is Yeezy Yee, the pick stealer.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my wild card. And whose book am I gonna steal?
Oh no.
Steal that bitter root from Laura.
No, don't.
I'm gonna steal Invincible Iron Man #3, the call, the 1 in 25.
Wow, you stole your book back. Okay.
Yeah, it was between that or the Frozen, so like I wasn't sure which one to go with, and then I was
No,
like,
that was a good call. Good call. Solid pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you want that Frozen.
Yes, I do. I want that prison back. I'm waiting, but okay.
See, that's why I didn't steal it, because I knew Laura really wanted that. That's why she got the wild card. And if I stole it, then she would have
She
stolen
just
it from
steal it from
me.
you.
So I was like, okay, let me just steal the other book from 9th, and then that way Laura can steal 2 books from 9th.
So thoughtful.
Ninth, you're
of
being
you.
done dirty here, man. Everybody's stealing.
Yeah,
Look at his
they-
face. He looks like, what the hell? Sorry.
So I mean, because I kind of knew what Laura was gonna do with her wild card. So I was like, kind of like, all right. So there's no point of me stealing a book and then her stealing it from me as well. So I was like,
mean, that would have been good comedy factor, but
yeah.
Unless I take the decall.
oh,
Wait, can
no.
you steal a steal?
Yeah.
I don't know. We've never had this
I-
many people on the draft before. So.
Yeah, I just kind
As
of let
the
it rock. I
commissioner,
mean,
I
it's
think-
it's a wild card. It's supposed to be destruction. So I mean, yeah, you could steal the steal theoretically, yeah. It's supposed
Not
to
white
be-
elephant rules, Jen. It doesn't matter. So wait, does 9th pick now then, since she stole his?
Yeah.
No. So he took. So what book are you giving me, Aaron? Because you took.
Oh, okay. What book should I give you? I will give
there's
you.
nothing bad on this draft.
I know, right? Because
should've
I know
picked
Laura likes this artist a huge ton. I want to say Catwoman #4 art term.
No, you have to give me one of your books that you.
I have to give you one of my books.
Yes.
Oh, nice try.
Okay.
Oh no.
So,
So get ready to give one up, Laura.
then
Wait, what?
I will give up.
Oh shit! I have to give one up if I steal.
Yeah, you gotta to take a book. You gotta give a book because it gotta stay even. Everybody gotta have 3 books apiece.
I will give you.
That's some wonky math. Shady ass math.
I will give you. Oh man, I had 2 really
Yeah.
good picks.
Now you're thinking about it. Damn, maybe
Yeah.
I did that.
Hey, you could undo it. You could just not do it, man.
You could give me your wild card and just not do it.
Why
You
do
get
you
2
need
wild
cards?
No, you
Yeah,
can't.
sure.
Okay, yes, you can give me Catwoman because that's still on the
It's
board.
still on
That would
board,
just be
right?
your pick. Yeah,
Yay.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that,
Okay.
that's we scrape.
All right, cool.
Oh, why won't let me select this book? Oh.
Wait, what are
Yeah,
you doing?
should've
You're
picked
taking
Dark
Catwoman?
Blood, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so Aaron picked Catwoman, and he's giving that to me, and I have to give him the call Riri.
Okay, cool.
So he screwed both of us. Essentially, is what he did.
Catwoman is a
decent
solid
trade.
pick. That was written by Joelle Jones.
It is a good pick, but I wanted the call Riri.
No, that art germ is so underrated. Not only is it like a fantastic rendition of Catwoman, it's written by Joelle Jones, and the story itself features 2 sisters and their bond. So it's like women everywhere. That's such a good pick.
Yeah, but I think Mel is a big fan of that cover. I think Mel
It went
was-
up and down for a while. I own like probably 25 copies of that cover. It's what got me into like really collecting. I became a Stanley Lau lifer.
Yeah, it looked more like fine art than than it does a comic book
Right?
cover.
It
Honestly.
does, yeah.
Oh, Rob,
Yeah.
it's the I stole the Iron Man #1 Jeff to call the 1 in 25.
All right. Um, Laura, the book stealer. It's your pick.
Laura, that dark blood. It's beautiful.
It's my pick. Okay. Taking my Frizzen back.
The wild card.
Using
I'm
wild
using my wild card. Hold on, I'll hold up my cell phone.
So y'all going
Wild card. I want my Frizzen back.
So y'all gonna wow. Okay, so which one of these books are you giving me in place of the Frizzen?
You can have the Dark Blood.
You know what? That was one of my picks, and I'm
That's
happy
not a
that you
bad
gave me
pick.
this book
That's a
because
great book, anyway.
I love this book.
Dang, I
Six
wanted to pick. I should have
six
picked that
issue
one.
miniseries by Latoya Morgan. I've been riding with this series since day one. It's a timepiece, and I love stories that are that are at a current time. That go back and explore past events. I've been a big supporter of this series. The creator, Latoya Morgan, she's really cool. She wrote on Into the Badlands, Walking Dead, and a bunch of other big shows. In a couple of days ago on Instagram, she made a post, something dealing with the show. I think she did like an interview or article, and I tagged Nearing Nerdvana in it because I thought y'all guys could do a great interview together, and she said that she would be down for that. But she's new to writing to writing comic books, and for a first time writer like to comic books, I feel like she knocked it out of the park with this series. And honestly, it just kind of got me thinking, like, dang, I wish it wouldn't have been a mini series and she would have expanded on it as an ongoing series. I think it would have did I think it would have been more popular. But I think sometimes when you do a mini series, if people know how it's gonna be a mini series, it kind of like they kind of like, oh, should I get into this, or but it's gonna end in end in 6 issues. So I feel like when that does happen, what's gonna happen is if it gets optioned, which it's a good chance it will, because I mean she has a TV deal with Paramount. I think
I
think they have
thought
maybe
they
like
announced that it was gonna be a show.
I think she has like a first look deal with Paramount. So like I think they kind of get to dig through her ideas and be like, oh yeah, we want to green like this for a series. But I don't know. Maybe y'all get her, hit her up on IG and get her on the, and get her on the show.
I requested her for Near Nirvana. I have to check to see if she.
That would be
accepted it.
amazing. We're totally in.
Yeah, no, I sent her a request, so hopefully, like once she accepts, I'll.
Yeah, she said publicly that she was down, so she can't back out. She can't back out now. But she's really nice. I thought about getting her on cover pics, but that's really not my brand. So I was like, I was kind of thinking ahead, and I was like, she friendly with me, so maybe I can throw the alley oop to Near Nirvana. So. And I just feel like y'all would be a lot better than doing that type of, having that type of guest, than I would. So I hope you guys really do put that together, because I love this series. I love y'all show a little first, so I just feel like it would be a match made in heaven for me. I don't care if nobody else like it. I'm gonna watch it. So, but no, this is a dope series. My only complaint about this series is when I kind of look back at a lot of the artists who did covers for it, I would have liked to see more women get in on the art, especially the ratios and things of that nature. I would have liked to see that, but hopefully on her next series, that maybe that's something that she pushes for, a little bit more.
Can you imagine if Frizzen would have done this cover or one of these covers? Because his superpowers are like these lights that come out of his eyes, and like she would have been able to do such a great job.
I know that's what I said as soon as I saw this cover. I was like,
Boss Logic. Well, that's not women, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah.
Now, Jenny, if she would have done, because as soon as I saw this, I was like, damn, that looks like Jenny Frizzen for Beauty.
Dude, it does. It's that same idea. Yeah. Good call.
And actually, see, this is one of the best covers from the entire, from all of the ratios and all of the cover A's. And a woman artist did this cover. So that just kind of goes to show. Now Torrin Clark did he did like issue 3. He did, and John Boy Myers did one too. That was really good. But this is one of the better ones that I feel like kind of encapsulates. If you read the story, like this cover makes a lot of sense. So again, the ladies, stepping up and and bringing the heat, every time with a high amount of consistency. So Laura thought she was getting one over on me, but
no, I didn't. I knew that. Well, okay, I knew that was your pick, but I still think that if I had to choose between the two, the Rose Besh is stronger.
Oh yeah. So that's what you did. So now here goes the thing of, oh, you know what? I messed up. I actually gave you the dark blood and me the and I was
that's
going to give myself the Rose Besh. But I can fix it. I can fix it.
Yeah, but isn't she stealing one of your books anyways?
Yeah, but yeah, she stole one of my books. But
dude, so I have Middleton, Bitterroot, and Jenny Frizen. Damn. Ooh, good luck beating me, guys. Good freaking luck.
I feel pretty solid with my picks. So
I like Dark's pick. He got the Tua Lote. He got the Merca Andolfo. No, not the Merca, but the cover A on Eve, which I think it was a woman artist on that one. He got the Something's Killing the Children #5, the beautiful Jessica Slaughter. Lucy went with all her picks. Lucy, I love you.
Oh, right. I'm the one that came to play. Although I thought about stealing Lotte. Is that horrible? I was thinking about it.
I wanted to pick oh my gosh, the one that you just got.
Rose Besh?
No.
Oh, the Dark Blood.
The Dark Blood, and I kind of I skipped my mind, but I wanted Dark Blood.
Well, Lucy helped me pick that book because I couldn't make my mind up, and I was like, man, I gotta find a Dark Blood, store exclusive or something with, by a woman artist. And what I was gonna choose, I was gonna choose Javon Jordan's Dark Blood #1. He had a retailer exclusive that he did that I really liked for it, and then I was like, I gotta represent, for the ladies. What I wanted to do was I wanted to pick a book that had a woman lead character, a woman writer, and a woman artist. But every book I found, somebody else had already used that artist or that character, so it kind of blocked me. And I didn't want to, keep having the same, books, because this could have easily been an all
excuses. Just say Laura won.
Yeah.
No, excuses. Look, you stole your best book. You stole from me. You stole your best book from me.
Fair and square.
You stole your best.
I played by the rules.
Your best book that I had, I stole it from you, and you stole it back. So, but you know what? It's on the people. So the people will decide who won, and who had the best pick. The best picks. Y'all know. Leave y'all. Leave y'all opinion down in the comments. If you're watching this on replay, keep in mind.
We don't decide this now. This doesn't happen now.
Well, if I don't know, chat is chat. We probably don't wore chat out tonight.
How about I'll just decide. I'll be very pragmatic.
Laura just wants to win.
I feel like we should probably put let's end this, right? I'll decide.
You'll decide?
No.
Mark Slack said Yeezy won.
Mark Slack, no.
Come on. We got 12 people in the chat so far. Well, that's what it shows me. I don't know.
Minus Mark Slack. We have 11 people that can vote.
Okay, come on. Who wins?
Okay, well, if you can't vote for yourself, who are you guys voting for?
Well, I'm not voting for Laura. I'll tell you that.
No. I used to do coloring contests with my little sister, and I was always the judge, and I always won.
Of course.
She's 2 years younger than me. I'd be like, oh, that was great, Sarah, but I win. Oh, nice
Oh
try,
my
Sarah, but I win.
Let me see.
Cheater.
Laura had the bitter
Sure.
root.
Jen, what was your last pick?
You got the bitter root, the Middleton, and you know what? I can't hate. I cannot hate. Laura
Let the
is on
wheel-
my
let-
bad side, but
let
she
the
did
wheel
have the best
decide.
picks.
Thank you.
She did have the best picks. I'm
Thank
not
you.
gonna hate. I'm not gonna hate.
Captain Carter was my last one.
I will go
Ooh,
with Jen. Sorry.
I'm gonna have to vote for Jen's books as well. That America
Yeah.
8, like
I
and
like
then-
her second
yeah.
pick, the one with the the history and everything. The
True.
señorita. I can't remember what's.
True.
I thought you would
Yeah.
like that one.
and then close it out with Captain Carter as well. Like
Yes.
Yeah.
that was a
Jen-
very smart pick.
I'm not gonna lie. The ladies brought the ladies brought the heat tonight. Laura came with the fire art. You know, every book she had was a standout piece of art. Jen was very diverse in her pick. She bought the art. She bought some history, and she bought the forward thinking with the Captain Carter #1 Picali variant. Lucy, she bought a sleeper with the die #1. She bought some history with the Wonder Woman #1, and then she bought out her maniac side with that Lady Killer #1. Of course, with the guys, you can tell we just pretty much art, and story driven. And we got that little bit of speculator in us that says, we always thinking about what's the next movie or TV show is going to be. But overall, I feel like we all did an amazing job at representing for the women in the comic book community and showing that, they are some of the have and always been some of the best and most talented creators out there. And I don't mean to sound cliche, but at the end of the day, none of these books are losers. But if I got to be real, I'm gonna have to go with Laura because she did have one of my books, and I stole one of her books, so it would be kind of contradicting if I didn't vote for her. But if I had to pick,
solid choice.
if I did have to have a second, I would say Lucy. I would say Jen, then Lucy third, Dark fourth, and Yeezy fifth because he stole the callback from me.
I ended up with all my picks at the end.
I did too.
Yeah,
you snaked your way back to your picks.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna pick something else, but I was like, I'm gonna use this wild card and have fun with it.
I kind of wanted the Captain Carter 1 for 25.
Yeah, see, I almost picked the Captain Carter and then was gonna be like, instead of this cover, I like the 1 in 25.
Yeah.
I would go with 9th. I honestly, when I'm looking at your list too, that you took that to call, which was I debated on taking that. I think that's going to be a massive book, and that was smart of you to pick up, Yi.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's back on my list now because I used
No, it
my wild
isn't.
card.
Oh, then
Yeah.
I go with you.
Yeah, because it was on
Sorry,
my
I changed my
wild
vote.
card.
Yeah, that's a strong cover. As soon as I saw that go up on our list in the chat earlier today, I was like, oh damn, okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I just honestly remember like we were talking about it on this drunken chat, and then like as soon as Disney made that official announcement, I was like, okay, buy it now because it's
Buy it.
yeah, just because like I was like, and honestly, I look back at prices now, I was like, maybe I can buy another one because people aren't talking about Riri, and I was like, nope. I was like,
Yeah,
the cost of that book is gone. Like,
That ship sailed.
But you
Yeah.
still have that hunter's luck that you don't know what garage sale or estate sale or
That's
comic
true.
store you come into.
I mean, yeah, I always run into back issue bins, and like when I start seeing 1 in 25s for like $5 or less, I'm picking them up all day.
You never know what crackhead is gonna sell his comic book collection next.
Well,
I
I mean, there's shops in my area. There's shops in my area that still use Overstreet to price their books.
oh wow.
What?
Yeah.
I did want to show something right quick. So these, if anybody ever pays attention to my wall behind me, I always keep a couple of slabs up. But 3 of my slabs, more than 3, but these like as far as like representing for the women artists. Some of the artists that I think all of these artists was probably featured on the show today. So Jim Bartell,
Mhm.
Ironheart number 1 in 50. Beautiful cover. Stephanie Hans, Young Avengers number 2, 1 in 50.
Mhm.
Are these for sale?
And no.
Oh, okay.
And then
These are life.
Jenny Frizen, Miss Marvel, number 1 hip hop.
I could have swore I had that
Lauren
one.
Lauren Hill variant. I just personally, like I said, I just think the ladies always bring the heat. So for me, this is not like, oh, let me pander to the women or anything like that. Like most of my favorite artists are women in this, in this industry. And I mean that through and through. But it's been a blast. I didn't think it was gonna take this long. This is like been our longest show ever.
It's been fun.
Yeah, but it's been a blast. Ladies, what do y'all have going on next? Tell the people where they can find you, all of that good stuff.
Laura.
Oh, sorry, what's the dish?
We're about to go to sleepover.
I'm like eating. Anthony made stir fry. He came in. He's like, "You look hungry."
Yeah.
It's like chicken stir fry with the little baby corns from the movie Big, where he's like,
yeah,
those are in there.
Yummy.
Guys, you can find me at Mrs. Bird City or at Bird City Comics tomorrow night. This is kind of appropriate since Lucy picked her. I am going to be dropping. I'm not showing any teasers. I'm not showing any sneak peeks, but we do have a Stephanie Hans cover going live tomorrow night. And she does not do, if you guys look into it, she does not do store exclusives a lot. Like I think she did like maybe 1 or 2 others. She's mostly a 1 in 25 person. But listen to this, Ninth. She saw our show that we did on Comic Book Women, spotlighting her. And so she finally responded when I asked her, I'm like, I would love to get a store exclusive with you. And she's like, oh, I'm too busy. And then one day she's like, all right, I have time. And I was like, yes.
That's awesome.
Anyway,
She's
long
amazing.
story short, we're launching that tomorrow. I'm not showing anybody anything. The girls haven't even seen it, but it will go live.
We keep asking.
I'm not showing it.
You haven't showed it.
It's
Can you say what title it's for?
Immortal Red Sonja, number 1.
Oh wow.
So it's the Red Sonja. Like if you saw David Nakayama did a cover for it where she's wearing a different outfit. It's not her typical chain bikini, but she did a great job on it. And that's going to go live tomorrow at 9 p.m. So right at the beginning of Comic Book Women, I'll show it.
Yeah, because we're doing Stephanie Hans part 2.
Yeah, because her Black Panther number 4 is like blowing up everywhere, and I wasn't able to get a hold of it.
It's better looking in person.
It's beautiful. Hold on.
But
Yeah, I
you know
wrote
what-
it down.
It's just
I'm
because
like,
people missed out on issue 3.
But you know
no,
what?
I was just joking.
I don't know. God,
I was just joking. It was just a joke.
Oh, Lucy's gonna kill you.
But you know what I want? I want the Strange number 2 Stephanie Hans ratio variant.
With a Clea. Yeah, it's beautiful.
That one is really nice. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's the only cover from that Strange number 1 that is it number 1 or number 2 that has the Hans? 2. Number 2. Because on number 2 the cover A has Harvestman on it as well. But so tomorrow we got Stephanie Hans, Bird City, Immortal Red Sonja, number 1. I know that's gonna be fire. I got my text alerts set up for Bird City.
Nice.
So yeah, y'all, you know what, y'all text about.
And if you have Facebook, they have the okay.
I got Bird City. Look, I don't play
Bird City constantly. Not constantly. You guys, you text me all the time with just fire all the time. I hate it.
That makes me happy.
My wallet hates it.
That text line goes directly back to our cell phones too. So like if you guys text something naughty, we get it.
Wow.
Why would you say that?
People text. It's happened. They text the weirdest shit back, and I'm like, "This is Laura. I'm reading this right now," and they're like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Just so you know, I do get those text messages back."
Don't tell people that.
Why?
But Anthony can see them too. So if you want Anthony to see those things, then
there's weird
That's true.
goddamn people
That's true.
out there. That's why.
Ninth Wonder, I'm sorry to interrupt this conversation about Bird City Comics, but can you read the last comment in the chat?
See.
Oh boy.
You're such a dude.
See, that's my boy Comic Crazy, man. I can't believe he came in here.
I think that, I mean, look at the picture. He decides. I win.
Okay. So I go on Bird City. I make sure I'm on Bird City tomorrow to buy an Invincible Red Sonja. That's what Laura gets for winning. I'm gonna pay full price for a book on her site.
Thank you. It's limited to 500, and we think they're gonna go pretty fast. But Anthony's like, normally we show sneak peeks. I'm like, nope, not doing that. I'm not doing that. This is Stephanie
Come on,
Hahn.
just do like a corner.
No.
You know what it reminds me of, though? I'll give you a little hint. It reminds me a little bit of her. Have you seen her Smoking Gun Black Widow cover?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, okay.
I
All
didn't say
right.
too much.
That's all I'm
I
saying.
guess I have to sign up for the Bird City hotline again because
You're not on it, Yee?
I was on it.
How do
My last text message from y'all was December 22nd.
Oh yeah,
I know,
no.
that's so true.
There's been more.
I got one today, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
today,
mean, I order enough from them that I
You
used
know
to get all
what's
the
the
text
number?
messages like, "Hey, shipping, blah blah blah."
It's not like a phone number. Like you go to our
Cancel.
site and then like it pops up and it's like
Oh.
subscribe to the text line.
I thought
And
I
you
did.
click that.
Yeah, but then like when that sends you a text message, you see a number there.
You
Let me
do?
see.
I don't know.
Yeah, I see a number, but
I do
I'm not
too.
gonna
I don't
say
know how
what it
this
is.
crazy sorcery works.
Let me see.
Yeah, I think it's just
Automation. Welcome to the.
I just get and you subscribe to text. Oh,
There you go.
I see it.
Yeah, I probably
Okay.
just have to sign up
I
again.
just saw the $10 thingy. Let me see. I just sent it. Let me see.
Ooh, maybe I'll
I
get
just sent
another
it- I mean,
coupon
the
too.
10%, the coupon.
You'll
thing.
probably get another coupon code. If you
Yeah,
sign up,
you
you get like
can-
10% off or
There
something.
it is.
Yeah, I use my coupon code on my first order.
I did that.
Lucy, what do you have coming up? Any whatnot shows this week?
Well, I usually go on Monday, which it was today, but I was too tired to do one. So maybe next Monday for sure.
Okay.
Well, and with you guys tomorrow, and then Friday near Nirvana. Gonna have an awesome show. I'm excited.
Oh, can we tell them? Can we tell them what we're doing?
Yeah.
Tell them.
I reached out to Kyle. I can't pronounce his last name.
Straw, I think.
So what he's doing, that book. What's it called?
Twig.
Twig.
Twig. Okay. Twig. That was the Twig.
Jenna, Twig.
Twig. That like the preview was like going crazy. Where I reached out to him, and then he's gonna join us on Friday. So
That's it.
That's awesome.
it's gonna be
Cool,
awesome.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that's it. And just Mondays, my whatnot. I don't have those crazy hot books like the rest of the guys. I just have my regular, I don't know, just modern, some books, some minor keys. That they used
You
to
got
be
good
hot.
books.
What's
You
it
just
called?
smart and don't sell all your good stuff like we do.
Yes, I do keep my good books. I love yeah, but I think that's it.
Jen, you're up.
Just tune in to Comic Book Women on Tuesday tomorrow, and Near Nirvana on Friday. And I should do a sale, but as you guys know, if you know me, I don't do it on the regular. I don't know. Maybe Sunday. I don't know. I have to because we're moving in at the end of April.
Wait, where are you moving to? Arizona?
Don't know. Don't know.
Arizona.
It's so hot in Arizona.
Really not.
Wait,
Not
I
3 months. Calm down.
both
You
Britt
can
and
survive.
I love green, like trees and grass and
We don't have green. It's artificial.
We do.
We have
No,
artificial.
there's
Palm
so many.
trees.
What's hard about Chicago is that there's so many comic book stores, thrift stores, antique markets in our like 2-hour radius.
No, we
that-
We have a Costco down the street, Jen. What else do you need? Spoiled.
Yeah, Walmart and
We have a
Costco.
Walmart. We have a Walmart.
half price books. Do you have half price books?
No.
I love
Texas got
half price books.
books.
You
Yeah.
come down to Texas then.
Hey.
Nah,
I wouldn't mind
not
living in Texas. That sounds
Bleh.
fun.
Just kidding.
Yeah,
Barbecue.
'cause, like you could go almost anywhere in the state and then like get anything that you need, right? Like if you want colder weather, you move up north, you're like the Dallas area.
Who wants cold weather?
Cold.
Nobody.
Cold,
Cold.
It was
cold in Texas.
freezing today.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Weather.
It
Yeah.
snowed today. It snowed in Chicago.
I don't know what
I
that
don't
is.
know what this thing is called snow. So.
You and I are on the same page. We're like, what the fuck is snow? I don't know.
We got snow in the mountains. Does that count?
Oh yeah, don't you have it year round
You
too?
snow in Flagstaff.
That's true. We do have snow in Flagstaff. Where are you at?
I moved to Flagstaff. Well, I moved to Phoenix when I was younger, like 20, for like a year and a half. And I stayed over. The first night I stayed in Flagstaff because I was dying. I needed to sleep. Woke up to 6 inches of snow, and I was like, what the hell? I just left snow. I was so pissed. No, I'm in Minnesota, so I know snow.
Oh, Minnesota doesn't have snow.
Where are you?
No,
Nine?
not at all.
No, I'm in Dallas.
Okay, so we
get a little bit of everything. Like here recently, we got snow this year. We got a lot of snow and ice last year. Even though to dark, it's just another day in the park. You know, it's a walk in the park for him to get 6 inches of snow. But in Texas, it's like it's catastrophic.
You had people dying there last year. No joke at all. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
when you're not used to dealing with it, and then you have to deal with it. It's
yeah,
like,
the whole city. Like, I mean, I'm in Houston, and no one was ready for that at all. Like, no one knew how to drive. Like, we had no power for like 3 days.
See, the problem is our power grid is disconnected from the rest of America. So when our power grid overloaded, we couldn't get energy diverted to us from other states because Texas always got to be different and difficult. So we learned the hard way, last year during the freeze and had to deal with rolling blackouts and stuff like that. And unfortunately, some people did, lose their lives. But this year, when we got our little winter weather, I don't think the power thing was an issue anymore. So whatever they did, they were better prepared, this year than last year. But for the most part, you never really gonna get snow and ice like that in Texas. It'll get cold. Like it's cold right now, but it's like 40 some degrees, high 30s. It's typically as cold as it's gonna get in Texas. So it's not, it's pretty good weather, man. It's not California weather, but it's not Arizona hot either. It's the next alternative is the next alternative. Aaron, you doing any whatnot sales this week?
This Saturday I will be doing card breaks that I was supposed to do this past Saturday, but I got too wasted on my birthday, so I didn't do it. And then and let's see, what else do I have? Wednesday night I will be back on this channel for our FOC cover picks draft. And then following that I will be on Flipside for
he's everywhere.
For our card show. And then Thursday I'm going to try to find someone to cover for me, either Laura or Brian, but I'll talk to y'all about that in a second. To do long shorts, what is it, bangers that we were supposed to do last week. And then Friday I'll probably show up to Drunken Chat because
I think you should just make a post of your schedule and just post everything.
Yeah, I mean, I
post it on every Monday, like every Monday 8 a.m. Post your schedule for the week.
Yeah, I know, right? And then
what's that joke? You use like a doorknob.
Because I get around.
I called him one day, Comics with Ho. I think it was He's everywhere.
I'm kidding. I love ye.
Laura, tell Anthony to come on cover picks on Wednesday.
Oh, he said he wants to come.
He wants to come on. He's getting a kick out of this. He's a huge fantasy football fan, so like this is right up his alley.
He said to invite him.
And then I'll be selling comics
I message
on
him
Sunday.
He got a personal account. I just messaged him on the Bird City account.
Just do Bird City Comics. We get a lot of messages on that one though, so he'll get to it as soon as he can. People get so mad if we don't respond like within the hour, and it's like we're getting to it. But message him on that. But I don't know. Are you cool with two Arroyos winning back to back? Like that feels like we're starting a trend. I don't want to take over the show with Arroyo triumphs.
Hey,
look,
if y'all cheating, so y'all just taking some of the pressure off me because everybody thinks I cheat. So,
all right, yeah, have him on. He's a blast.
Fair.
He's a lot of fun.
All right. Anybody else got anything going on? Anything they want to say before we sign off?
Dark.
Did you guys still see Batman?
Paul did.
Yes.
I saw it on his Instagram. I'm on his Instagram right now, actually.
Hold on, Dark. You got a custom hoodie on over there, boy. You ain't told
Yeah,
nobody.
man. Yeah, man.
Just got the
And then-
swag
I
and
was
didn't say,
following
"Oh,
you.
brother, I got the swag." You know.
Yeah, man.
Dark.
And
I
then shout
know
out to
we're
Coco
following
for
you
my
right
shirt.
now.
Shout out to
What? Coco sent you a new shirt?
No, I've had this. I just haven't.
Oh,
worn
that's
it in
one
a
of the
while.
ones she sent you. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
That's dope.
Dark.
That's
I
dope.
didn't know I was following you till right now. I just noticed.
I'm actually
But-
on your Instagram right now.
And
I
then
know.
before
me
we
too.
sign off,
Me too.
make sure
Uh-huh.
to like and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications.
Oh yeah.
Oh
that
yeah,
too.
I always forget
Yeah.
to do that part, man.
We always forget to do the same. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And it's a
Forgets
tie,
to pay
'cause-
the bills here.
It's a
You gotta
tie.
pay the
Laura
bills,
got a
man.
vote. Yeezy got a vote, and Jen got a vote.
Nah, Laura
There we
won.
go.
Sorry.
Thank you,
So,
Rob.
so
Okay,
technically,
so we'll see next time y'all are on, and see what people comment afterwards.
Okay.
Who broke that tie?
Laura got Jenny Frizen, so she wins. Sorry.
I shut you guys down as soon as I put that, and I did it. That's why I was so fast. I was like, I want to beat. I knew Lucy would
Yeah.
pick something.
Oh,
If you hadn't, I would have.
You were so fast, Laura. You were like, pick 3. Boom. I was like,
Boom.
what the
Yeah,
Suckers.
it was like a minute later.
all right, y'all. We out. Peace.